Yeah, y'all warned me about this. Generic Control in the Duck Goose. We're back with another Jaiden Animations reaction. Today we are reacting to what my trip to Japan was like, which I believe was the most liked comment on last week's Jaiden Animation video, which was the most underrated game of all time, which was like Fossil Fight or something. You want to check out my reaction to that, I'll leave it right up there. I'll also link down below in the description. I should probably make a playlist with all of my Jaiden Animation reaction, but she went to Japan apparently, and then there's a sequel called Locked Out, which apparently most people don't know that it's a sequel to my trip to Japan thing. I have no idea. This was 3 years ago, so this is like before COVID, so that was really good, back when the world was normal, because I'm not even sure if Japan lets people in now, even with COVID still going on, or even not as big of a deal anymore. I have no idea. I want to go to Japan. I would love to go to Tokyo at some point. I just really want to, because like every person that talks about like that have traveled the world, and people always ask, you've been everywhere, what has been your favorite place, or what would be one place that you would want to live at? And everybody's like, Tokyo. Like, majority of people, Tokyo. Out of all the places in the world, people pick Tokyo or Japan. I would love to go to Japan sometime. That's a very long plane flight for me, living in North Carolina. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a good day. Hopefully I can make it a tiny little better. Shout out to my patrons. They get the videos a day early, live tonight. I have a paywall on channel. Literally $3 a month gets you at least 15 reaction videos a day before they go public, as well as videos with Kirby as well. And I should be streaming my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke tomorrow on Twitch from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so you can definitely stop by for that. Hope you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos. It would really mean a lot to me. I know like 70% of you are not subscribed, and I read every single one of your comments. I really do, and I reply to a lot of them as well. YouTubers say they read the comments, and they don't. I do, and I respond, so there's proof of it. But let's go ahead and jump into what my trip to Japan was like. I want to go to Japan.
I went on the first vacation I've been on with my family in years. My dad works super hard all the time, so normally it would be either my brother, mom, and me, or just me and my mom. And even those vacations became pretty sparse. It's been over 10 years since we all had a family vacation, and all of a sudden we have a week to be squished together in a foreign country. So how'd this one go?
A week in Japan? That's it?
Day one, we arrived at the
Tokyo
airport after a nice and easy 11-hour flight and got off the plane like, wow, I can't believe we finally made it. We've been planning and looking forward to this trip for almost a year, and it's finally happening.
Okay.
How do we get out of here? We walked around the airport for 2 hours trying to figure out what we had to do, which train we had to get. We lost Dad for like half an hour in the Sea of Asians. I'd already expected the worst and thought he was dead, but no worries. Turns out he wasn't taken out by the Japanese mafia. My mom had to get train tickets, and he had to take care of the luggage, so we split up and planned to meet at a ticket counter. But little did we know there were two of them on opposite ends of the floor, and as the stereotype goes, they looked exactly the same. So my parents were just grumbling and waiting for each other to show up at the opposite ticket stand with no method of communication because we didn't have Wi-Fi yet. After figuring that out and getting to the Tokyo station, we had to use the subway to get to our hotel. None of us grew up in the city, and using the subway was new to us, so we had to look at the train station map to see what to do.
Wait, they've never...
Is this the Windows 98 pipe screensaver? What is
pretty
this?
much.
Props
That's
to people
crazy.
Who use the Metro daily, or even just know how to.
I mean, my first time on a subway.
Because that's like
I've got no problem.
Secret code, and the consequence of
It's
making
not
a
that
mistake
complex.
is paying
In another
to be
language,
plopped in an area you never wanted to be at in the first place. We didn't even know how to start reading the map, so my dad resorted to the only logical option. Do you speak English? Do you speak English? Konnichiwa. Please, help us.
Does Jaiden speak Japanese?
A good 90% of the time we were lost and not knowing where to go.
Well, because somewhere you didn't want to be.
Walking up to random Japanese people and trying to communicate with them in English, even though we were in a country that doesn't speak English. And when they obviously wouldn't understand, he would just try to say it all again, but slower. Like that was gonna make a difference. But we found a guy named Paul who helped us out. Thank you, Paul. Konnichiwa. Japan is super different from the States.
Least Japanese name I could imagine.
But my mom and I were super hyped after experiencing and learning about the culture. Dad and Jax, not so much, but they like the food. So here's what happened. First morning, woke up early to do the Tokyo bus tour. This time, after our best friend Paul taught us the ropes, we were experts at navigating the subway. We got on the wrong track. We stopped at a cafe for breakfast, and it was at that point where I realized I wasn't going to be able to use the image translation app I downloaded to try and make communication easier while we were there.
Why?
It would have been super awesome to just hover the camera over the Japanese
and it would
symbols
translate
and have
it?
the phone immediately be like, hey, this is what this says. But it wasn't
Does it not work
the way
like that?
I thought it would. I don't speak Japanese,
take a picture?
but I'm pretty sure they weren't selling a surprised egg topped with the first time in fabric.
Tell me what the
I don't think that's a thing. Who married an egg and why is she so surprised? The tour was fun. We went to a forest with some shrines, saw some sumo wrestlers, went up the Tokyo
Logan
Tower.
Paul went to a
Pretty
forest
cool
in Japan
Asian
once.
stuff. Second day, we walked on Japan's big famous crosswalk that looks like the B movie's traffic system. Pressed F for the dog that waited 9 years for his dead owner to return from the train station. I love you, Hachiko. Went to a hedgehog cafe.
So cute. I've heard about that dog.
Mega Donuki. Spent way too much money at the Pokemon Center. Won nothing at a big
There's a
arcade.
Pokemon Center?
Collapsed into
I
bed.
want to go.
I should probably slow things down a bit so you can really take in. Day whatever. Wrong train. Rice triangle.
Day
Giant
whatever.
Banana snack. My brother said it tasted weird. Walking tour. Oh god, my legs hurt. More noodles. Went to sleep.
More
We
noodles.
had another bus tour around Kyoto, and one of the stops was this 1,000 golden statues temple that was really cool. We
What?
learned about
1,000?
all the gods. One of which
Oh, this is gonna be
a
really loud.
Pokemon Master, already recognized since it was the inspiration behind Thunderous.
No idea. Yeah, that's the, yeah, y'all warned me about this.
Another one of the stops on the bus tour was
Okay.
a temple called Kiyomizu-dera. And there's a whole backstory to this
yeah.
place where some people would
Sure
do
enough.
this thing called taking the plunge, which was seen as a bold and desperate, extreme wish-making act. So it's simple. What you do is jump off the 43-foot temple balcony and not die. That's literally it. I'm not joking. In the Edo period, people believed that if they put their lives in the hands of Kannon, the god of mercy, you'd be granted a wish, given you don't die, because he doesn't give wishes to corpses. During that time, 200 people jumped, and 85% of them survived, which I'd say is actually a pretty good ratio. One woman apparently even jumped twice. Hey, my wishes.
Do I get double wishes?
Well, I guess I jump again. Well, they don't let you do that anymore. Which I think is fair, I guess.
Try and stop me.
That wasn't even where I was going with that place. There's this little shrine area at the foot of the temple with 3 waterfalls, each representing either longer life, wisdom, or love. And if you drink from one of them, it's believed that you'd be granted that particular category in life. But you only get one drink. Thirsty hoe. So I go up there with the long cup on a stick you get, and was watching what everyone else
You knew where I was going with that.
Get the water in the cup, wash one hand at a time, then pour some water into one hand to drink from, and let the rest drip into the pool below. Anyway, cutting to the chase.
What?
Basically, you're in the presence of some pretty intense wisdom right now. Also, there wasn't any place to dry your hands afterwards, so I got wisdom water all over my pants. After that, we wisdom water. Gates. You're allowed to walk under them, but apparently it takes like 3 hours to get through them all, and we didn't have that time, so we walked under like 10 and called it a day. After waking up with some French toast that was lightly dusted with a pound of sugar,
Instagram picture and just be done.
Follow me on Instagram. Museum. I can't express
less than 50 away from 1,000.
Incredible that place was. I would recommend it to anyone who has an appreciation for Ghibli or animation or art or anything. I'd show you how mesmerizing it is in there.
Isn't that like Spirited Away?
Or photos allowed inside, so no spoilers here. I'm a child of the law. But I did snag this picture of the kids' play area because I thought it was adorable. And sometimes you just gotta break the rules when it's important, okay? We went to a conventional sushi place, and Mom had never been to one before, so she got overwhelmed and just immediately grabbed like 5 random things. I've been to one once before, but my skills aren't anywhere near coordinated. So when I tried to put the wasabi bowl back, I ended up clogging a bunch of plates and ruining a section of the sushi harmony. And just being really obnoxious.
I've never had
really
sushi.
Bad. The next day, we almost got on the wrong train.
Almost? Okay, they learned.
The wisdom juice is kicking in. We went to this famous
also, aren't they like
arcade
colored?
With 8 floors.
Like
that
like
was
the different trains.
Intimidating. You know how you go to an arcade and there's always some Asian kid who's an absolute god at a game, and there's a little crowd watching because it's so mesmerizing and we're all pathetic.
Not really.
This is their hive. This is the Enlightenment mountain they climbed for 80 years and consumed nothing but tears of tigers. Car racing, combat games, even the children were getting spit out the womb playing like monks. Look at this guy. I don't know what game this is or the objective here,
but he's really good at it. He's 100%.
And never come back. Unworthy rat. We were also introduced to this dance game I've never seen before called Dance Rush Stardom. It's like DDR but with less arrows.
Is it like it's actually in English.
90s Melbourne shuffling. My brother and I tried to play it and it felt like the whole country was like, oh god, why are they here? They look Asian,
like Guitar Hero,
but we got a good kick out of it. So
they look Asian but they're white as crackers.
Then we left and got on the wrong train. For the last night we went to this robot show, and let me tell you,
BattleBots?
This place is insane. So the main
They still do
attractions
BattleBots,
of the
I
place
think.
are these giant flashy robots and stuff. But I gotta talk about these drinks and light bulbs they were selling. They were
What?
crazy
Drinks and
with all
light
the
bulbs?
blinking colors and such. It was like a little rave in a cup. Like, dude, who comes up with this stuff? Benjamin Franklin wishes he did, I'll tell you that. He
well,
got to
Thomas
choose
Edison
from,
invented the
like,
light bulb.
4 drink choices, but most of them were alcohol, so I got this peach juice instead. I'm
Does she
legally
not drink
allowed to
alcohol?
drink
Or
now, but I'm not the biggest fan, and who knows how
Me neither.
the drink would have looked if I was a bit tipsy. Anyway, definitely the most insane things I saw there, for sure. Top of the list of the entire show. Nothing compares
Yeah.
to a little light bulb drink. Japan was so much fun, and it's
I
become
need
one
to
of my
go.
favorite memories with my family. But the thing is, when I started this script, I wanted to briefly mention what we did so I could talk about how much trouble I had getting back home, because that was a whole situation of classic Jaiden I thought you would enjoy. But here I am on page 4 of the script, and I haven't been able to talk about anything. I don't like breaking stories into different parts, but we're not animating a 20-minute video. I'd rather put my hands in the life of canon. Twice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Twice.
See you in a few
That's
weeks
good.
with that. Hey,
Should that be
thanks
the
for
next one I do?
watching.
Please
So
let
a
me
bunch
know.
has
I read
happened
every
since the
single
last
comment.
video. YouTube Rewind was posted, so that's cool. And I was
Oh,
in
she
it,
was
so
in
that's
that, and
cool
she
too.
put
And then it
PewDiePie's
became the
chair
most
in it.
disliked video on YouTube right now.
Right, she did it,
Very
right?
cool. I threw in a bunch of memes in my
Now they
part
don't do it
because
anymore.
I speculated
Cowards.
YouTube wasn't gonna do it themselves.
There's
and
PewDiePie.
not to throw shade, but I was right. And people have been enjoying them.
My
A lot.
doppelganger.
Like,
PewDiePie's
my God,
my
it
second
blew up.
channel, don't
People
worry
found the
about it.
majority of them, but I thought I'd tell you the real answers. So everyone got the sub to PewDiePie thing, and the Smash letter, and the Logan KSI fight. But I also had a book that said
really?
Sociopaths 101 on it that was too small for
Shane
people
Dawson.
to see. This little bonsai tree was a little tribute to the famous forest in Japan at the beginning of the year that someone did an oopsie in. And next to it is a little
Logan
squirrel
Paul.
because shout out to my buddy iDubbbz for his squirrel series this year. I just liked it a
what?
lot. Everyone thought this was a reference to Felix's bitch lasagna, but when I made it, it was the somebody touching my spaghetti meme because that and Uganda Knuckles were the January memes of 2018. But
Loved
I can
Uganda
make bitch lasagna
Knuckles.
too, I don't care. Things have been crazy because of Rewind, so thanks for enjoying my part. I wasn't expecting
That's
this
awesome.
response at all. I was just messing
I
around.
know
and
PewDiePie
stuff,
fans
but
love it.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
I'm a part of
This whole
PewDiePie's
ride has been
subreddit.
super fun to be a part of. You guys are hilarious, and the memes from this have made me laugh so much, and I feel overly appreciated. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the memes. In a year, we get to see if I'm not allowed to
Is
be in
PewDiePie
Rewind
chair.
again because of this.
I don't think
And
they did
so
it again, because this was
It was worth it.
2018. So did they do it in 2019? Or wait, was 20 wait. Well, which one was 2019? Was 2019 the one with Fortnite and Will Smith, or was that the other one? Which is the one that was like, let's talk about K-pop, or like, let's talk about single mothers and stuff like that. I was like, what does this have to do with YouTube? I miss like YouTube Rewind like 2015 and stuff like 2014, 2015, where I had like remix songs like dancing on top of buses and playing in ball pits and doing like the crazy dances and the memes and recreating videos. That was the good YouTube Rewind. But now it's almost impossible. I think Marquez Brownlee did a video talking about why like YouTube Rewind will never be good again because of how corporate YouTube's gotten, which is really sad because YouTube Rewind used to be one of my favorite things. And also Google Zeitgeist. I remember they used to do a couple of those like around the same time. It was also really, really good. But I still want to go to Tokyo, just to Japan in general. Like I want to travel. I've never been outside of this continent. I've been out of the States. I've never had a passport though. I've been to the Bahamas and Canada to Niagara Falls. So I did not fly on a plane until I was 20. And did not leave this time zone until I was 20 on that very same time. And I love flying, and it's just an absolute great time. But I just like watching this video. I really enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you did too. Hopefully it made your day just a tiny little better. Please let me know if you have any experiences when you went to Tokyo, and what Jaiden Animation video you want me to do next, and like ones you also agree with, because that lets me know what to do next. Because I think the lockdown of my house might be the next one, because that's like the second part of this. So might do that in the next one. That might be next week's video. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Patrons will get it a day early. Check out my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke tomorrow on Twitch. You can join my Discord and have the announcements chat open because I at everybody whenever I go live. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it made your day better. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing